Hey there, Amy Blackthorn from amyblackthorn.com. Back to talk to you about more ways to keep yourself safe. This is a difficult topic, so if this is outside your current spoon allotment, please feel free to scroll. You can share it with friends, you can come back to it later, you can honor your energy where you find it. If you or a loved one is at risk of being discovered, if you have been planning to make your escape from a domestic violence situation and you are worried that time has come, you know that you need to get out and you're working on the hows and wheres. If your best friend in the whole world has been working and trying, this video is for you. First thing, put aside any money that you can to have cash on hand, period. Every bit helps. You're going to need it, I promise. If you are the friend, if you're the person affected, try and use cash to purchase Visa gift cards if you can. Some places, it'll make it a little easier to get your hands on needed supplies if you have a plastic, especially that's not traceable to you. We don't want to use something that's easily traced back to where you are or where you might be, where it may have been. So make sure you get some of those on hand to have in case of emergency. My dear Morgenthau was talking about this earlier. We talked about hiding these supplies in a picture frame, something that you could give your bestie with these neat materials hidden inside there. It's worth looking into if that's the place you find yourself. Second thing is I would buy Faraday bags. What is a Faraday bag? It is it's a soft mesh bag that has copper impregnated in the surface area of it, so it actually adds a layer of security to your working, so that your iPads, your cell phones, your other electronic devices cannot be tracked. They come in a number of different sizes, from cell phone sized all the way up to the large iPad. There are specific bags that are made, messenger bags, purses, that are lined with Faraday mesh. These are things that are great to have on hand always, but especially if you're in a particular dangerous situation. Always consider grabbing a wallet with Faraday lining, because the small microchips that are embedded in your Visa, your debit cards, are always transmitting your information. So if anyone walks by, say you're Christmas shopping at the mall, someone walks by you, they could be carrying a skimmer that will steal that information and steal your information without you ever noticing, because your wallet still contains your card. So consider those as a safety measure, just being a person walking around. There are credit card sized charging devices. They're a one-time use. They're sealed. Batterix is a decent brand. It's one-time use. It comes with 2 individual prongs depending on what your particular digital needs are. But they have a shelf life of about 25 years. So they're great to have on hand in case of emergency. Throw one in your glove box, throw one in your picture frame. These are great to have on hand. You cannot call for help if you are out of battery. So I would also consider the same thing that I recommend in all my videos, not all of them, but quite a few. The GTFO bracelet. This is from BattleBox. They call it the GTFO wrist strap. GTFO-wrist-strap.com. They're 19 or 20 bucks. Very important to have on your person. We have a glass breaker bead that'll shatter the sides and rear window of a car. You want to make sure that those are as much care as you can is taken, so that you are not taken. The second piece of that is, of course, this beautiful decorative bead that's actually a handcuff key. So this is the time of year when people are looking for small stocking stuffers. This GTFO wrist strap is really a great thing to have, just in case of illegal detention. We want to make sure that you are able to get home safe. So, and this little envelope will easily fit inside of a picture frame. Grab a first aid kit. Cuts, scrapes, Neosporin, triple antibiotic, Band-Aids. If it's an emergency and you're running out of the house, it's possible there was an altercation involved. And while you want to make sure that you get out as quickly as you can, you want to be able to bandage your wounds if needed. One thing, safety for infections, but second of all, people pay a lot of attention to someone who is bleeding. So they want to make sure that you're safe. You can make sure that you're safe by cleaning up. Make sure you have hygiene wipes, this kind of stuff stuck in your car. Make copies of any documents that you may or may not have access to if you're outside of your home. Give this to a close enough friend that they will not think that you can trust them, and a far enough removed friend that it's not the first place that your significant other looks for you. Consider renting a P.O. box, especially if you're like, okay, this is it's getting to be time to get out. This is super duper hard to talk about. Consider those things because you'd have a safe place to leave some documents. It's inside the post office. But also you want to make sure that you are able to forward your mail as soon as humanly possible to get it away from that specific partner. It's a P.O. box, so you're not sending it to your new location. You're making sure that it's taken care of. You want a big enough box so that you can not have to check it every other day because, again, they could be waiting for you there. There are remailing services where you can send your mail to 123 Main Street and that company will forward your mail. So if they're looking for you at location A, you're actually waiting for your mail at location B. Masks are a great plan because one, we're coming into the winter season of COVID rising again. But masks make it harder for people to identify you. So you want to make sure that if you're on the run, that someone can make sure that you're being as safe as you can. Look, we're being responsible. But you're also making sure that if your ex comes looking for you, no one's seen you. Mylar blankets. Please consider having this in your picture frame, in your vehicle, in the trunk as your part of your survival gear. Mylar blankets reflect something like 99% of your body heat back to you, so it's great if you're sleeping in your car, if you're not sure where you're going to end up, if it's especially with it. I'm in Delaware, so the temperature today is 32 degrees. You want to make sure that you're as safe as you possibly can be with from exposure. That is the number one concern if you're out in the elements, is exposure. So I can talk about this all day. If you have questions, please feel free to leave a comment. I'll make a new video so that people are understanding what's going on, what's happening. But there's a 13,000 word escape and evasion course hidden inside Blackthrough Protection Magic. Please consider making yourself a harder target. I want to make sure that you get home safely, and your friends and loved ones would be lost without you. Please make sure that you're able to take care of yourself as best you can. Take care of each other.